Hey, chiropractors, welcome to Modern Chiropractic Mastery with your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, where we discuss the latest in marketing, business, and professional growth with some of the leading experts in the industry. Before we get to today's show, I'm excited to tell you about a great product that will help your patients find quicker relief and help you get better outcomes. Stop Pain Clinical is a great way to provide a safe, effective pain relief alternative to NSAIDs and opioids while you diagnose and treat the underlying cause. It works on contact to provide fast, long-lasting pain relief from sprains, strains, bruises, arthritis, muscle aches, joint and back pain. How does it do that? Stop Pain Clinical has 10% menthol plus MSM and glucosamine. Great for joint pain. It is formulated with penetration enhancers and skin conditioners, so it works fast, feels great, and it is sweat resistant. And also the spray is awesome with kinesiology tape, so your athletes will love it. You can just spray that right on before you put the tape. Phenomenal combination. They also have this great new migraine and headache relief topical. I know I've been using it. My wife's been using it. You place a little bit of the cream right onto that deep occipital as the base of the skull. Really helps give you some relief from that unrelenting headache and migraine, so great for your patients. You can learn more about Stop Pain Clinical at stopa.in/MCM, and you get a free intro pack of Stop Pain Clinical products. Again, that's stopa.in/MCM. Great news too is Stop Pain Clinical topical analgesics are available exclusively through chiropractors and other healthcare professionals, so they have another great reason to visit you and tell their friends. Welcome to another episode of Modern Chiropractic Mastery. This is your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, and today I'm bringing you a solo episode. We're going to talk about why you should attract and engage and not spray and pray. All too often we see that in marketing in general, but also in the chiropractic profession. And we're going to dive into what that means, what that looks like, and why having a comprehensive approach to your marketing is most likely going to benefit you more than the alternative. There are some outliers. There are some chiropractors out there doing really good with insanely large audiences, but let's assume that's not you, and you're like most, probably 99% of other chiropractors, and today's episode will help you out with that. All right, so spray and pray versus attract and engage. The spray and pray model is really going to be a large audience, low relevance, and low return. I think we've seen that. We've been marketed to by those folks where they're trying to get a very large audience, but what they're spitting out is really not that relevant, and it has a pretty low yield for them. It's even we've seen it in chiropractic marketing where you try to get the funnel, the top of the funnel, get 100 leads. You want 25 to come in as new patients, and you hope 3 sign up for big packages, right? That's the typical spray and pray model of marketing as it pertains to traditional chiropractic tactics that we have seen, but it also happens online, right? We've seen that with Facebook ads and other types of marketing. And ultimately, we call it a lot of times random acts of content, where there's really no rhyme or reason to the marketing that the chiropractor is doing, whether it's the content they're putting out there or, frankly, it's just not even content. It's all the same thing over and over again, and they're trying to just get out there as much stuff out there and hope that it sticks, right? And so that's the spray and pray model of marketing. What we try to teach our clients, and what I've been trying to teach chiropractors for about 7 years now, is the attract and engage model. And that's going to be smaller audiences. It's going to be high relevance and high return, right? And it kind of harkens back to the saying that I never remember who said it, but ultimately volume is vanity, right? Profits is sanity, and cash is reality. And it kind of comes down to that as well, right? So sometimes people want a large audience because they want the volume. It's a vanity measure in their marketing, but there's not a lot of return on that, right? So there's not a lot of profits in what they're doing from a market, not a lot of ROI, we'll call it. And then frankly, not enough reality, which is cash into the practice. So we want to do the attract and engage model, which is going to be smaller audiences, high relevance, and high return. That's going to be more of a comprehensive approach to your marketing that's going to be sustainable. You have to be consistent with this over time, right? This isn't that fly by night, catching lightning in a bottle marketing. We have seen that. Again, I know it does happen, but I don't want you to think that that's going to be the reality for you. And I don't want you thinking that's the only form of good marketing in general or as a chiropractor, right? So we want to make sure that we are attracting and engaging our audience. And we have a built-in advantage over a lot of other businesses is that you probably have a patient base, or you will soon if you do the right amount of marketing. But let's just, for the sake of this part of it, you have a patient base if you've been in practice, and that's your audience. It might be a small audience. It's not going to be the whole town, but they're highly engaged, right, to what you're doing. They know, like, and trust you. So when you create content and get it in front of them, it's going to have high relevance, and then it's going to have a high return because there's a lot easier to reactivate current and past patients than to get new patients. And I'm not saying don't get new patients, and I'm not saying that we don't want to do the attract and engage model for new patients. I'm just saying we have a built-in audience with our patient base. That's why I love marketing to our current and past patients, not only just new patients, because it yields high. So what I have kind of put together as well is a channels and frequency best practices for chiropractors. I want you to understand that you are chiropractors. You are busy. You got a lot going on. You're not supposed to be world-class marketers. You're not doing marketing for a multi-million dollar business where there's going to be a lot of tactical strategies and there's going to be a ton of content. You're going to be on every platform imaginable. So I want to go through certain ones I really feel are instrumental in chiropractic and in your practice, and then we can kind of overlay the attract and engage aspect, right? So the first one is YouTube videos. Like if you could get really good, maybe 4 videos a month done. That's what we actually do for our clients now. But if you can get good 4 videos, substance. One of the things we do also for our clients is really we're now a combination of coaching and marketing done for our clients. But we coach them on what campaigns to develop, what videos should be done under that campaign. Be proactive with your marketing planning and shoot 4 high quality videos that they end up getting to us, and we brand edit and produce all that. But I think that's a really good amount of, let's call it medium form, 3, 4, 5-minute videos that we're going to put on YouTube. Build out your YouTube channel, get it on there. It's the second largest search engine there is. Get those videos onto your website as well. But we want to try to at least shoot 4 videos per month. The more the merrier, but let's get 4 going. That would be awesome. Kind of 1 a week type of deal. Then we would like weekly content-rich emails to your patient base. Again, this isn't spamming them. This is content. Get emails out to them. And so you're educating your patient base that's on your email list. That's a highly engaged audience. It may not be large, it may be small, but it's engaged, right? Then I like 1 blog a month, 1 or 2, but if you can get 1 a month, that's going to go on your website. Then that's also going to be distributed out through social media and email, but that's going to help your SEO. So I'd love to get a blog going for you. And the people that get to your website, they're usually finding your website through search engine, or maybe they were referred. So these are typically high quality people getting to your website, and the more content it has, the better content it has on there, the better it's going to work. So you got to get a blog done a month, in my opinion. Still has high value. Facebook posts on your Facebook business page. Maybe you're kind of a personal profile person and you got a lot of people in your community and patients on your personal Facebook. That's fine. You can use this interchangeably, but I like 3 a week on Facebook. Again, if you do it every day, that's fine, but let's get at least 3 a week on there. Instagram, 3 to 5. I really like the 5 per week on Instagram. And with Instagram, you're going to have maybe some images or some videos. So you could supplement. You could definitely take the same video that goes on YouTube and put it on Instagram. No problem with that at all. But then you might want to substitute it with some IG Reels, some shorter videos, a little more targeted, or some images, pictures, things of that nature on your Instagram to get 3 to 5 posts on there. All right, docs, here is a new opportunity for you from Darcy Sullivan of Propel. She is our SEO specialist in helping out many chiropractors with their search engine optimization and making sure Google is finding you and getting you new patients. It's amazing how many new patients chiropractors can get and are getting when they do the SEO right and a few other things. And Darcy is offering a free SEO workshop just for chiropractors, and you can sign up for that at bit.ly/propelmcm. That is bit.ly propelmcm, modern chiropractic marketing, right? And so check out that link, and we're going to have you go over 5 SEO secrets to owning the first page of Google without buying ads. And Darcy's going to give that free workshop, 1 hour, to really help grow your practice and start churning new patients from the ever mighty Google, which is still king in the online marketing. So check that out at bit.ly/propelmcm for the 1 hour free workshop. Going back to the YouTube thing, you could also consider YouTube Shorts. That's going to be a video, but it's a shorter format. That would be, in my opinion, into supplement of the 4 more medium form videos that you do for YouTube. Okay. Google Business Posts, 1 to 2 a week. Really like that. It's engaged. You got to think of your Google Business profile. It used to be called Google My Business. You got to think of your Google Business profile as like your second website. So I want that thing to attract and engage people. And to do that, you want to be posting on your Google Business profile. So post links to your YouTube channel video that you put on there. So like if you shoot a video, you could have a thumbnail image that goes on the Google Business post, and then the link to the video, obviously the title of the video, the link to it, so they can click on it and get to YouTube. Google's going to like that, right? If you have blog posts, you could put that and it links to your website. I want on your Google Business profile, I want really good images. I want great information. If you're in network with insurances, you can put the insurances that you're in network on your Google Business profile. I want reviews on there, right? So we want to build out this Google Business profile to attract and engage that small audience, okay? Facebook ads. I want you to consider Facebook ads, but I don't want you to, I think what happened is we got pretty jaded as chiropractors, or honestly as marketers in general. There was the wild west of Facebook ads, probably 2014, 15, 16, where you saw the $27 all you can eat chiropractic ads and get as many, again, spray and pray, get as many people in the doors as possible or any leads, and then hopefully you convert some of them. That's not working as well. The reach isn't as good. Facebook ads can be tricky if you're trying to drum up new patients without spending a good amount of money now. There are strategies that work for sure. What I've typically done with my Facebook ads is use videos. I'm not using kind of promo ads. I'm using the content that I create as the ad. And the one strategy that I really love for chiropractors is, again, we want to attract and engage our smaller audience. Again, some of you might have large audience, that's fine. And I'm not saying don't aim for a larger audience, but what you can do is take your email list and actually upload it into a Facebook audience. Anybody with that email address affiliated with the Facebook account is going to then go into an audience. So if you upload 3,000 emails and let's say 2,000 have that email address affiliated with a Facebook account of theirs, they now go into an audience, and then you can run ads, in my opinion, good content, video content or blogs or whatever, but we really like the video content on it. And only those people see it. So now you're putting content in front of the eyes of people that already know, like, and trust you through Facebook. So as they're scrolling through Facebook, they're seeing your stuff. And it's really going to help with your marketing overall, okay? I really like that Facebook ad strategy for attract and engage. And then Google Ads, right? You're going to ultimately decide if you want to spend money on marketing. I'm a believer in it. We spend anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a month on Google Ads. with particular keywords. We monitor the results. We monitor the tracking. There are certain things like you can use forms they fill out or unique phone numbers where you can track it. It's a little bit more advanced, but we're using particular keywords that we're trying to attract people that are searching specific things, and you'll get a little bit more results with that. So that's some of the channels and frequency I want you to consider. Consider that if you do this marketing consistently, you may not build this huge, large audience, but if you can get a good, engaged, small audience, it's going to drive profitable customer action to your practice, and you're going to see the results. Now, the fundamental key to this all is making sure that you have a clearly defined audience and a clearly defined message. And that's something that we coach all our clients on, is to build a very distinct audience and then get very clear on that. So when you're creating your campaigns, to create the content, that it's not falling on deaf ears and you're very targeted in who you're trying to reach and educate, right? It's not that just put out general content to a general audience and hope that they see it, or it's not even educational content. It's a very clear audience that we help you develop, and it's a very clear message that is congruent with that audience, and then you're feeding them educational content information through your content marketing. On the flip side of it, it's not only about the online marketing. It's not only about social media. A lot of chiropractors complain about the community outreach. And it's like, oh, I go out and I network and it doesn't work and it hasn't worked for me. Typically, what's happened is, even from a networking standpoint or a community outreach standpoint, it's been under that spray and pray model. There really was no rhyme or reason to it. And we have this audience builder exercise we go through. CSA members have access to it. We go through this on our coaching calls with MCM Mastery, and it gets super clear on your audience. But then also, where can you find these people online, and then where can you find them offline? And so, I want you to pick 4 to 6 really clear audiences. Maybe it's pickleball, maybe it's runners, triathletes, maybe it's pregnancy pediatrics, chronic pain, desk workers, golfers, the list goes on, but get really clear on it. Maybe you want referrals from MDs and for medical referrals. Maybe you want some personal injury to supplement your practice. You need attorneys, right? That is where you got to get super clear on the groups you're going to target in your in-person marketing or grassroots marketing or networking, community outreach, however you want to say. It's not just about BNI events or spinal screenings. This could be workshops, public speaking, coffees. It could be dinners with attorneys, lunches with doctors. I mean, there's a lot of different types of ways of getting out in the community, but you want to do the attract and engage model as well. Get super clear on who you want to meet with, who you want to speak in front of, who you want to learn from in the area, just anything like that. That's what you got to get clear on and be very targeted with it, and not just all over the place out in the community. Now, there are benefits to it, right? So the people that are extroverted and they are connectors and networkers, they just love going out and meeting everybody, they talk to everybody, they're going to get energy from that. And I would say with that person, yeah, just do your thing. Like, you're just going to be one of those social butterflies, extroverts. The more people you know, the better. If you're great at building relationships like that, awesome, right? But a lot of you are more introverts, or you're ambiverts, right? Where you can turn it on, but essentially the more you're out there talking to people, and if you're at a dinner, it sucks your energy. So you only have so much of it. So you have to protect it. So if you fall into that ambivert or introvert category, like I'm an ambivert, if you saw me, speaking on stage in front of 300 people, you'd be like, oh, he's probably an extrovert. But if you really knew me, I'm definitely more of an introvert. So I have to strategically utilize my energy in community outreach. And this is where you want to get clear on who you want to target in the community outreach. So that way you don't get burned out from it. That way you don't get fatigued and don't want to do it anymore. That way you're doing the right stuff and it's actually working. See, the person that's an extrovert and just talks to everybody and goes out there and does all that, 25% of the stuff might only work, but they had 100 opportunities, and that makes that math works. People came into the practice. Whereas if you're an introvert and you kind of only get out there strategically and you only got a occasional new patient from it, you would say it doesn't work. But there's a chance you weren't strategic with who you were trying to meet with and why you were trying to meet with them and being clear about that. So this attract and engage also relates to your community outreach. So I want you to take that into consideration as well, right? To leave you with this, I just want to challenge you is to be a lot more thoughtful and strategic with what you're doing with your marketing, and do it consistently over time and just trust that it's going to work, whether it's the content marketing digitally and emailing your patients or it's out in person to do that. But make sure you have an understanding of doing this the right way. And it even comes down to finances, right? The spray and pray model of how much should you spend on marketing would be the age-old saying of like spend 10%, or not saying, but strategy of you should spend 10% of your revenue on marketing. That's kind of a spray and pray model. Now, if you work your way up to 10% strategically, I can accept that. But if you get super clear on what you're going to try to do marketing-wise and your audience and your messaging and the content you're creating, you can get it down to like 3%. So it's a more attract and engage model of money you're spending on marketing, and you're not just throwing good money after bad. And so this attract and engage can be your online marketing, content marketing. It can be your community outreach. It can be the money you're spending on it. And I just challenge you, if you don't know what you don't know with all this and you're kind of just like overwhelmed with the whole idea, this is the type of stuff that we work with our chiropractors on from our coaching and marketing side of it. We coach our clients how to do everything from business, financials, marketing, campaigns, communication, report of findings, all that stuff to make sure that you have the bedrock foundational principles of your practice, but then also how to get clear on your messaging and your marketing so that when you do shoot your videos and we get them out there, it's not falling on deaf ears and you're seeing the needle move in your practice. So get away from the spray and pray model, look at the attract and engage, be consistent with it, and you will see your practice grow. It's just worked so many times when people actually do it, right? When they actually do the work, it happens for them. It's the ones that get overwhelmed, don't have a strategy, spray and pray, random acts of content, no rhyme or reason for what they're doing, or frankly, just are paralyzed, kind of that paralysis by analysis. They're just overwhelmed with all that's out there. They don't even know where to start. We're here to help you out. Reach out to us, modernchiropracticmarketing.com if you have any questions with what we do. Have a great week in practice and talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you want to make the shift from busy, broke, and broken to time-free and cash confident, or you just want to continue with the exponential growth, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Look at the MCM Mastery tab, watch the short video on there, and check out what we are doing now for evidence-informed chiropractors. We are equal parts coaching and marketing done for you. Yes, you shoot some videos, we help you with campaign strategies and ideas and really become a thought leader in your community. You shoot those videos, you send them to us, we produce, edit, and brand them to you. Then we distribute them through all of your channels. We also take them and we turn it into one good blog per month. And every other month, we have Darcy Sullivan producing a robust blog with a topic that you pick from her database to help with your SEO. So we essentially become your content marketing agency to make sure your practice is always having ethical, elegant content marketing to help grow your practice. On the coaching side, we also help you with everything from marketing ideas to business, communications, finances, anything practice growth, and really try to help prevent you from being stuck on that island. And we hold you accountable. We have a great group of doctors that are just doing amazing things, and we look forward to help you out to take that next step in your practice. So again, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com and learn more.